We bring you the latest updates from the Pna Newsroom. The Department of Foreign Affairs said the burned remains of Filipino domestic worker Ranara, whose body was discovered in a Kuwaiti desert over the weekend, will be repatriated to the country Friday night. DFA Undersecretary Eduardo de Vega said Ranara's employer, who also happens to be the suspect's father, has agreed to cover the cost of the repatriation. De Vega said the Philippine Embassy in Kuwait has provided a lawyer to handle the case. They will also closely coordinate with Kuwaiti authorities to ensure that the murdered Filipino receives justice. The Kuwaiti police discovered Ranara's burned body with a fractured skull on January 21 in Salmi Alhara Governorate. Migrant Worker Secretary Susan Ople earlier said the late Filipino herself initially informed Ranara's mother that she was being threatened by her employer's son. Suspect is now in police custody. The Department of Interior and Local Government, or DILG, has activated its urban gardening program in barangays to support the government's initiative in ensuring food sufficiency. Interior Secretary Benor Avalos Jr. said the Halina't Magtanim ng Prutas at Gulay sa Barangay project was introduced on January 24 in Barangay Holy Spirit, Quezon City. Avalos noted that the initiative is worthwhile as 42,000 barangays in the country are considered perfect for traditional farming. Under the program, families and communities will be urged to grow fruits and vegetables in their own backyards or on outdoor spaces and vacant lots. Other practical options being considered is aquaponics, which is a combination of fish farming and growing of plants in a nutrient solution. Avalos said the DILG would monitor the progress of the project before considering its mandatory implementation in all barangays. The Department of National Defense lauded the Armed Forces of the Philippines for receiving excellent public satisfaction ratings. In a statement, Defense Secretary Carlito Galvez Jr. said this show of public trust and confidence will surely motivate the troops in fulfilling their duties as the nation's defenders. Galvez assured the AFP of its continued support to better serve the country. Social Weather Station survey conducted in December 2022 showed that the AFP achieved an excellent plus 76 net score for its performance, an increase of 9 points from plus 67 in December 2021. The AFP also garnered high confidence scores in addressing internal and external threats to the country's peace and stability. Meanwhile, the DND offered its sympathies and condolences to the families of the Air Force pilots who died in the airplane crash in Pilar, Bataan on Wednesday. The CA Marquette aircraft from the 15th Strike Wing was undertaking a training flight from Sangli Point, Cavite, when the mishap occurred. The Air Force is investigating the incident in coordination with local authorities. In other news, fur parents can now bring along their pets as they ride the LRT2 starting February 1. Light Rail Transit Authority Administrator Hernando Cabrera saying the move is aimed at making the LRT2 train system pet-friendly. Cabrera said only small pets will be allowed inside trains and stations. The pets should be fully vaccinated, placed inside their carriers or cages, and should wear diapers when on board. The LRTA is distributing information materials and briefing their security personnel about the new policy. So far, only the MRT allows small pets aboard its trains. That's the latest and the biggest stories from the Pna Newsroom. For more news content, visit our webpage or head on to the Philippine News Agency's Facebook and Twitter accounts. We're also shown on the social media pages of the Presidential Communications Office and Radyo Pilipinas RP1. Stay tuned for more news updates. I'm Stephanie Civiliano. We tell stories that inspire change.